Hey guys. Oh, there's somebody there already. Hello. Happy New Year, everybody. This is just a quick impromptu jump on YouTube. I wasn't planning on coming on. I was actually going, oh, look at me. Because I've been dragged through a hedge backwards. I don't know if I need, oh, I've got something in my eye. My hair. Whoops, my long fringe. Sorry guys. Live chat. Let's see if anybody's out there. You're probably all out partying, having a good time over this holiday season, and I'm sitting in here with my iPad on my own, talking to myself. There's 5 people there. There's 6 people there. Guys, someone speak to me. Okay, I'm not drunk. I don't do that kind of thing. Is anybody there? Why do I always do this at the beginning of my lives? I can't sort it out. I'm going on my iPad here to see if I can make any. Oh, hello, there's somebody there, Mr. G. Oh, I can hear myself on my other. Oh, I should have done that. Oh no, I don't like it. Let me turn the volume down. What I've done is I've gone on my other iPad YouTube thingy. Sorry, I'm turning my voice down so that I can actually read your messages, your comments, without having to keep press this and bounce it around all the time. But I can see my face on here as well, which is not the best thing. And I am working on my double chin, which is why the camera's raised slightly, so that I'm not looking down, because that happens. I look like that thing out of, what's it called? Is it Star Wars? Is it Star Wars? What's that big fat globule of sorry, I'm waffling. Happy New Year, guys. I hope you've all had a great time. I again just decided last minute to jump on, so I really don't know what this conversation is going to be about. I haven't planned to say anything. Stumped already. Talking of Stumpy, I haven't spoken about him for a while, have I? So Mr. Gigi, how are you? Did you have a great New Year and a great Christmas? Doug, yo, Dougie, and Elizabeth. There's 3 of you. There's 6 up there. There's 3 of you speaking. I have a few interesting questions for you. Go on, Mr. Gigi. I'm ready. I've got me. What have I got here now? Let me see what I'm drinking. I do only ever drink whilst I'm on live, because again, I used to get a lot. Remember me last year? Last year I was very nervous. I still am nervous, but it's my excuse to have a little drink poos. And this is ginger liqueur that someone bought me for Christmas, and lemonade. Just a teensy weensy bit. So go for it, Mr. Gigi. I wait with bated breath. Yeah. See, we don't have Thanksgiving here. Sorry, well, I just duck out. The table's too far away. Jab with a heart. Oh, thank God, Elizabeth. I thought I was going crazy. You know when you have something in your head and you just can't remember what it is? Hang on. There you go. It's not funny, really, is it? It's not funny. It's not clever. But there you go. Get to my age. Things start dropping off, going south. Hairs start growing where there shouldn't be any, and where there should be, drops out. Mr. Gigi, did you have a question for me? I'm wanting to know what that is. Do you know what time I went to bed last night? 10:20. My life, rock and roll lifestyle I lead, you know. 10:20. Couldn't sleep. I had some very strange dreams, but let's not go into them on here. That's for a different video. I'd have the copper people coming down on me. So, what's new? I'm doing it, see, I should be doing it on here. Sorry. Let's see what's going on. Sorry if I'm looking down. Isn't that awful? Oh, God. Life is a journey. Hey, hi, how do you? Yes. Hey, Happy New Year, Val. Happy New Year to you too, sweetie. I hope you've all had a great time. I can't believe it's 2020. It's crazy. One moment, I'm typing my... Oh, okay, got you. So I'm very eager. I'm a bit pushy today, aren't I? What was I going to say? Yeah, 2020. What was that about? It'll be 10 minutes from now before I'm saying Happy Christmas again, because it just comes around so fast. It's just like, is it a thing when you get older that Christmas and New Year come around every year faster and faster? Because, you know, when you're young, things take so long. And now, whizzes past your eyes. How many people? Oh, 7 people. Hey, people. Yeah, went to bed. Yeah, I've been working hard, knackered. In fact, I went into the salon today and had to clean it all up. I've been cleaning, tidying, putting the decorations away. This is a very exciting conversation, guys. I really don't know what we're going to talk about. I'm still waiting for Mr. Gigi's question. Yeah, so this Christmas has been very quiet. Christmas Day, well, I think it was Christmas Day I came on here in the evening, wasn't it? So I did a little Christmas Day live. I've come live today and I wasn't expecting to. I've just done a video. And I thought, since I finished the video and I've got my camera still set up, I thought, wait, hey, why not? Pop on. I did write a poem last night, but I might put it on for you later. What I might do is put it on community tab. Might do that. Yes. This is what I did. I went to bed at 10:20 last night and I wrote a poem because that's what I used to do. If anyone ever watched my old videos, I used to write poems. I'm going to sneeze in a minute. I can feel a sneeze coming on. Hey, Andy. So I'm looking down here. Long time no see. Oh, for goodness sake, stop doing this, fella. I still haven't got the hang of it. What was I saying? Yes. I used to do a lot of poems. I love writing poems, and I went to bed last night and this poem came into my head. So if you're interested in my poem, I have actually videoed it with a silly filter on my face. So if you're inquisitive, oh, here we go. I'm going to read it from here because it's just... How do you deal with a narcissist that accuses you of being a narcissist? Oh, I've been there. Oh, Gigi, I've been there. Okay, accuse you of being a narcissist if you are teaching or listening to the material on narcissism and he or she is trying to smear a campaign on you. What a question. Tell you what, I'm the best person to ask about smear campaigns. I've got to be careful what I say though. Let me see. How do you deal with a narcissist that accuses you of being a narcissist? That's the hardest thing about narcissism. It really, really, really is. I think the difference between one and the other, firstly, one has evidence. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do multitask. One has evidence and one doesn't. So if you have evidence, Mr. Gigi, are you going through this now? Accuses you of being a narcissist. Are they accusing you of being a narcissist because you're watching material on narcissism? So if you told somebody that you're watching videos on narcissism, they called you the narcissist. Like, with what proof? With what information? With like what? You know, I don't know. Yeah. Well, then just ignore the stupid buts, basically. I don't know if you've been watching I've always vowed not to go into my past. But anyway, Mr. Gigi, if you want to know about smear campaigns, you need to watch some of my old videos because there's a lot on that, and I've learned a lot about these things. But I do think the difference between first of all, your true friends will know you, and they'll it's hard because I wish I had time to think about this. I wish I'd really had time to think about this question because I could come up with a really good answer, but on the spot it's a quite difficult one. Your friends will know who you are. Stick with your friends. Again, where's their proof that you're a narcissist just because you're looking through narcissist videos? That is no proof. And in fact, if you are watching narcissism videos and wanting to learn and educate yourself on it, that to me is a sign of not being a narcissist, because narcissists aren't wanting to gain. They don't want to have knowledge unless they want to improve their knowledge on narcissism. Yeah, I think what's the best thing to do is, if you're really having some serious issues, sweetie, email me, toxicfree2017@outlook.com. Yeah, they do, a lot of them watch. I suppose you're right, yes. I think when I say the olden days, in the olden days, when I was a lot younger and had less chins, I think the empaths, the victims, the survivors, and they used to watch them. But I do think now there's an epidemic of people coming onto YouTube to watch videos for their own egotistical, selfish, trolling, narcissish ways, whether it's to learn how they should be acting, because they learn so much, or it's just to troll the victims, because we are a big buffet, aren't we? If you're a very fat, hungry narcissist, you're going to go to the biggest buffet in the world to get your feed and your supply, which is YouTube. And I don't think people realise that they swarm around channels, they swarm around people, and they create their own channels too, which we all know about. And I vowed never to talk about this again. Let me see. Hi, Unspeakable Truth, where have you been? Yeah, Grey Rock, anyone who accuses you of being the narc. But I'm so trying not to say what, I'm trying not to say things. You've got me in a really sticky situation here, Mr. Gigi, because, yes, seriously, email me. I'm better off thinking about your answer. And it's a very difficult one for me, because I don't want to start down that route. I'm trying to avoid that route. And if you've watched my videos, you'll know what I'm talking about. Once you get me started, you can't shut me up. Mind you, this ginger stuff might be okay. Might loosen my lips a bit, which I don't want to do. Well, do not speak about smear campaigns. So, email me with that, sweetie. And honestly, I'll give you some advice. But, sticky situation. It's a sticky subject. Hello, little kitty. How are you, sweetie? Happy New Year, darling. And I mean, again, I've just come on to waffle. I haven't planned anything to talk about. I could go completely silent on you, and I don't know which one to look at now. And then just go, what's the word? Stage fright. I really should plan myself, shouldn't I? A little bit better than this. Yes, Andy, correct. Yes. See, oh God, I did some videos because I was concerned. Okay, go for it, Mr. Gigi. You asked the question. I'll just finish this quick sentence off. I was concerned about people. There's a difference between, let's say, exposing, which then can be turned into a smear campaign. If you're going to smear, if it's a smear campaign on an innocent person, that's a smear campaign on an innocent person. But if it's exposing a predator, they're different things. They're two different things. And the worst thing about narcissism is the roles get swapped and the names get swapped around, and it is so easy to manipulate context nowadays. I wish I could look at, I'm looking, do you know what? I should be looking at the camera, but I'm looking at the little twinkly lights behind me. They're mesmerizing me. Narcissists can change context. They live in the world of ambiguity. Anything that you say, you know, they will find the opposite of it. And if you said the opposite, then they would go the opposite of that. And I just think that's why there's so many people doing narcissism videos and looking into it, because it's the most, you know, I don't think you could have this much detail, this much confusion about any other subject, you know, and I'm not going to down any other type of abuse. Happy New Year, Jennifer. I don't want to sort of down any other kind of abuse, because any abuse is disgusting. But I just find that narcissist abuse, I mean, when they say you're in the fog, you're down the rabbit hole, they bloody mean it. They really do bloody mean it. You go through hell. And it's not so much of being attacked by the narcissist, which is bad enough in itself. It's when the roles are reversed. And then because they make you react. So you react because they bait you. And then your reaction is pointed at. And then your reaction is called narcissism. And you spend the rest of your time, excuse me, that was a lemonade. Great, it's got windy pops. I do apologise, people, I'm so sorry. Then your reaction is then, what's the word I'm looking for? Your reaction is narcissism. That's what it is. It's reactive abuse, and you spend the rest of your time trying to deal with it and trying to try to explain your side of the story, trying to defend your side of the story. And do you know what? The truth will get out there. The truth will get out there in the end, guys. I believe in that. I don't even know if it's karma or not. Hey, Shopper Style. Why do I keep looking at that when I can look at this? That's what my child's father is doing. I wish he was old enough to go explain it, but he has to go. It's the worst thing to try and explain. But you know, I've had a channel now for 3 years. I could have given up a long time ago, and many a time there was times when I wanted to give up, because if anybody's been with me a long time, and that's one thing I want to say thank you for, is the people that have been with me for a long time, because a lot of channels, you know, they kind of regurgitate, if that's the right word. Do you know what? I'm so bad at trying to read things, and I have ideas in my head, and then I've got some ideas, yeah. But going off on everything today, aren't I? I'm starting about 3 conversations in the same time. Narcissism. Oh God, you know what? Age, it just makes your brain go. Hey Tracy, I've forgotten what I was saying. Can someone remind me what I've just been talking about? I did that this afternoon with my mum. I sat in the car for 5 minutes, and it was like, do you know what? I'm really annoyed because whatever conversation I was having, I was quite interested in it, and then it went, and it ended there because I couldn't remember what I was talking about. It's gone. Smear campaigns. Oh, I remember what it was. See, it comes back to you in the end. The truth will come out in the end, because what happens is they don't realise that they leave a trail. When people smear, or when people attack you, or when people lie, they leave a little crumb, you know, trail of crumbs, and it'll all come back and bite them on the backside. You can't go through life being deceitful. You can't go through life being a liar without it coming up and biting you on the backside, because when them lies are coming out their mouths at that very moment, they feel safe because it's that very moment. But give it 3 years, 4 years, 10 years down the line, you're not going to be safe. You're not going to be safe anymore. You're going to keep on lying, and then the lies are going to come back, and they're going to mount up because you leave a little trail. I really need to stop this subject on smear campaigns. Yeah, no, seriously. It's just, there you go, see, stage fright, it's gone. You have to help me out today, guys. My memory's going, my memory is getting so bad. My dad, getting on a sad subject, my dad died of Alzheimer's, and sometimes I do wonder if I'm actually starting with it, and it's no joke in the end. I know I joke a lot, and I'm a bit stupid, but I do sometimes worry that it is actually, well, it is hereditary, so there's no hope for me really, is there? I'm doomed. Yeah, they have that creepy smirk. It's just horrendous. Yeah, I think that 2020, I was watching a channel. Now I'm going to big up a new channel here, Predator Free. I've just subscribed to her, and she's a small channel, and she was talking in a video today about empathic people, how we need to become supernovas, and how we need to stop sitting back. Now I obviously agree that if you're going to go no contact, depending on what situation that you're in, go no contact if you can, because that is the only way that you're obviously going to get by, and you're going to get away from the pain, because you can't fight. It is like trying to nail jello to a tree, basically, fighting with a narcissist. But if there's a bigger cause there, if there's something that you can do, and if it's actually hurting other people, if other people are involved, if you can get more help, again, it depends on the situation. I always say no contact is the best thing to do, but that's a lot of the time where, if I was to be controversial, where a lot of narcissists hide behind the no contact rule, because they know they'll do anything to you, and then it's like, it's all right, she'll go no contact, I can continue this fight. But I just wish there was a way around that. There's, you know, this lady from Predator Free channel, she was talking about how we need to kick back, how we need to get supernova, how we need to start getting stronger, and the empaths this year need to fight back and not be so soft. If you see somebody being attacked on a channel, in a video, underneath the comments, you need to support them. We all need to stand together and just think, do you know what, it's power in numbers. And I also think because a lot of these narcissists separate their victims, and I think it's their victims that don't get a chance to share their stories, and it's hard because YouTube allows victims to be separated a lot more. There's a lot of stories in my head that I really wished I could go into and talk about, but I really need to get past that, and maybe one day, you know, I will not get past it, but I'll be able to talk about this without feeling like I'm going to start up a whole war again. But because a lot of victims on YouTube are separated, the only way that we are big in numbers is if we can all talk to each other. And in a way, YouTube, it kind of makes the problem worse, but also YouTube can help the problem by getting together, which is why empathic people should always stand up for each other. If you see somebody, I mean, there's a lot of times that I get comments under my video, and it is lovely when people come in and support me. I'm letting you all chat amongst yourselves here because I'm off on one. I'm off down that road. I've done it again. Oh, for Christ's sake. Why did I do this? Why did I come on here and start forgetting what I'm talking about? 15 people all watching me, losing my bloody mind. Thank you, sweetie. And standing up for people gets you into trouble. You know, my channel has suffered again, which I've never started a channel up to see how many subs I can get. I've not started a channel up to make lots of money. I mean, yeah, I'm monetized. That's my holiday money. I put that towards my holiday. I didn't start a channel up to be a famous YouTuber. I didn't start, my joy in my channel is just being able to chat to people. And if you all notice, I love chatting underneath my videos. I'll always have a conversation underneath because that's what I'm about. And again, the narcs watching this will be thinking, yeah, right, whatever, you're just talking a lot of bullshit. Thank you, Tracy. But to me, if you're a true, I mean, sometimes when I say people's person, I am a very antisocial person, and not in the antisocial sociopathic way. I just mean I like my own space. I like to be on my own, and I can be on my own. But I also like talking to people. I also love helping people and supporting people, and that's why I started my channel. I love doing this. I love chatting to you all. I don't do this because I want to get an ego boost from it. I don't do this because I want to start making more subscribers. I don't do any of this. But I do notice that recently, I think with the fact that the last couple of years I've been fighting and trying to support myself in a certain situation, which again we won't go into, I've probably got boring. And as we know, narcissists make you grumpy. And we've got another question. Narcissists make you grumpy. So like my video once a couple of weeks back said, you know, you go down a route where you really shouldn't be going. You get grumpy. They take you down this road. They use your reactions as abuse, and it's just horrendous. And I want to start getting back to me. I want to start getting, hi Dina, I want to start getting back to who I am. I lost myself for a while, which is what narcissists want you to do. They want you to be a person that you're not. They want you to be, lose your self-identity. I look back on my old videos, which I'm being an absolute knobhead. You know, I'm just myself. I'm acting normal. I'm telling jokes. And I lost that, which is why I lost a lot of views. And I lost a lot of subscribers because I got bloody boring. I got grumpy. I got boring. I was on this mission. I was on this mission to prove my innocence, and I got boring. And I need to stop that. And I want to stop that. And I want to get back to being me, because that's the only way you're going to really get across to who you actually are, is if you can keep your uniqueness. You know, when people call you a narcissist, they call you a narcissist because after a while you lose who you are, you lose yourself. So then you start acting very robotic. You start acting mean and moody. You lose your personality. You lose your empathy. We do get what they call is narcissistic fleas. We lose everything that we were. And then people look at you and go, look, she's toxic. She's got no empathy. She's shouting and screaming and ranting. God, she's a narcissist. And there was a comment recently on a video which basically said that very thing, that she being me, is acting like a narcissist. And that's what happens. We start acting like narcissists. We get grumpy. We lose. See, narcissists, to me, don't have a lot of uniqueness. They don't want to embarrass themselves. They don't want to make a fool of themselves. They don't like doing anything that they can't control. Sorry, guys, if I'm not actually answering your comments. I'll have a look through them in a minute. I could be wrong here, but I know a lot of narcissists, or a lot of, there's a difference between a narcissist, an empath, and everything in between. I always find that sometimes you get these big channels that you think, God, he's a narcissist, but they don't go live. You know why a lot of narky channels don't like going live? It's because they haven't got control. I don't care what I say. I don't really care anymore what I do, because what you see, not just from me, but anybody who's an empathic person, we own who we are. We own what we say. We own everything about us, our scars, our stupidness, our uniqueness, our colours. Everything that we are is what the narcissist wants to destroy. And then what do? Once they've destroyed it, we look like a narcissist. Because we're... Hiya, Deborah, from the pond. I'm sorry. Do you know what? I go off on one sometimes, don't I? Because I get very passionate. I'm very passionate about what I do. I've always been a very passionate person, and not so much that side of things. But anyway, let's not go there. I don't know. It's hard. Thank you, Deborah. I do think that they want to destroy our uniqueness. They want to take away, because they can't wear their scars on their sleeves. They can't be who they really are, because they're scared of releasing the devil. They're scared of releasing the demons within. So they have to keep everything tightly wrapped. We don't have demons to be released. We don't have a default setting that wants to hurt everybody. Oh, bless you, Mr. DG. You sent another question. Let me have a look in here. I'm ranting, sorry. And that's what they do. They want to take away our colour. They want to take away our shine. How do you handle... Now, remember, I'm not a life coach, guys. I just want to say that I'm just somebody who's survived a lot of toxic relationships, a lot of narcissists and all that crap. So I'm hoping I can answer your questions, because I've never, ever, ever said that I know it all. I'll answer questions through mainly experienced rather than knowledge. I'm more experience-based than knowledge-based. Mr. GG asks, oh, it's like question time. How do you handle a narcissist that relates to your... Hang on. Oh, God, I need my glasses on. Guys, sorry if I'm not answering your questions, if I'm just reading this. How do you handle a narcissist that's related to your spouse, okay, and took advantage of he or she running out their anxiety medication by manipulating the situation and broke you guys up? That's a really confusing question for my little brain at this time of night. Let me read it one more time. Okay, I'm really sorry about this, guys. And again, Mr. Gigi, you might need to send me this in an email so I can have time to think about it. How do you handle a narcissist that related to your spouse and took advantage of her as she running out of their anxiety? So what, this person ran out of their anxiety medication and got anxious and it's gone again. Is that what they did? They took advantage of somebody who'd run out of their medication. You're going to have to email me that one. I think just to handle all narcissists, just to ignore the fuckers. Sorry, Mr. GG. Oh my God, I'm so rubbish. How do you handle narcissists? I so want to answer it, I really do, but sometimes, you know what it is? When someone's typing something, there's no commas, there's all that business missing. So I read it in one great big line. So what I've got to do is sometimes read something. I have to put the commas in myself as I'm reading it, which takes time. Has a narcissist broken you and your partner up? Is that what you're trying to say? Well, let's just hope that your partner sees sense and realizes who is the toxic person out of the both of you. because I think that does show in time, and I do think that we want everything right now, and I think a lot of the time it's patience. A lot of the time we want everything right now. The narcissists lie right now. The things that we want, right, we want to fix things right now. We want to prove ourselves right now. But you know what? Things happen in time, and we need to, and I got some advice from Dougie to slow everything down. Just slow everything down. Slow our reactions down. Slow our thought process down. Slow everything down. Let it take its time, and it'll all fall into place in the end. How many times have we done something that we wanted to be fixed right that very moment? Let's say something really bad's happened, and we've sat and cried and cried and cried and thought the world has ended. And then something's happened that when we look back, we go, oh, I feel better today. Remember those moments, and remember that whatever you've got through and you've gone through, if you give it time and you slow down and you take it calm and you know that things will work out in the end. No, that's why I'm not a life coach. You can see now. Why have I... Now, on my video, it says, look. Can you still see me? Because I can't. Something went wrong. That's what it says on mine. Something went wrong. Really? 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 A bit slow with that one. Something did go wrong, didn't it? A long time ago. The struggle is real. Mr. Gigi, what I'm going to say is actually give me an email. I can help you. I can help you a lot more. Again, I'm no life coach. All I do is base my knowledge on my experience and how I've dealt with it and how I've managed to get through without jumping off a very high building. Because I think we've all been there. And we've all got over it. So if you can hit rock bottom, and once you've hit rock bottom and you can survive rock bottom, and you can turn around and think, no, I'm not going to go down any further. I'm going to walk back up and get up that hill and fight. And I think what it is a lot of time with narcissism and narcissists, they haven't hit rock bottom. Maybe when they were young, because obviously, you know, the saying is that the narcissist, because of their upbringing and because of maybe their abuse as a child. But obviously, yes, it's really sad that these people are abused as children. But I think when you start getting into an adult, this is when you start learning and you start hopefully going in a direction or down a path of your choice. You choose. When you're a child, you can't choose stuff because your parents are responsible for you, and you're responsible. What's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. You know, when somebody else is responsible for you, you aren't responsible for yourself. But when you get older, you are responsible for yourself. I start sentences off now, and I can never finish them anymore. I should start writing down, taking notes of what I'm actually talking about. 20 people watching me, and I really don't know. They're probably thinking, what the hell is this woman? And who is she? And why does she keep forgetting stuff? Maybe I should just have another drink of my ginger and lemonade stuff. I really wish I'd stop forgetting things I'm talking about. If somebody can just every now and then prompt me and remind me to what I was actually saying. I hate it when I forget something, but you know what? Like just this, I love it when I remember what I was about to say because it makes me happy. I've gone and forgotten it again. Take the therapy. That's probably a route I should go down. Therapy. Don't forget to take the tablets. I have lucid moments where I remember things and then I don't remember things. 21 people really don't understand. Guys, the 21 people watching me, I'm sorry. That's all I can say. Narcs will get found out in the end. That's exactly right. They will. They can't go through life and not. Because they think they're safe. They think they're safe today. But they're not, because something's going to happen and something will happen. And I'm sorry guys, I forgot what I was going to say again. Somebody prompt me. Oh, seriously, I'm not even drunk and I've eaten a whole box of Ferrero Rochers. Andy, you should have seen what I was eating last night. Whole bag of family-sized crisps. And those matchmakers, the Quality Street matchmakers, the salted caramel ones. I was like a little beer. like that, shove them in my face. I'm going to start looking on here because I can't read it on there. It's going up too quickly. If you are having a narcissist, having a new year with a narcissist, you're blessed and lucky, even if you're alone. I would rather be on my own. I would rather be on my own because I just don't see the point of putting up with somebody who's just out to hurt you continuously and hurt you. I've been there, and like I was saying, when you hit rock bottom, there is nowhere to go, and that's what I was talking about before. It's just come back to me. Don't forget it, don't forget it, don't forget it. When you hit rock bottom, there's nowhere to go but up. And this is what I was saying about narcissists. Oh, it's come back to me. Don't forget it again. They don't, because I was talking about children, wasn't I? Sorry, guys. We've lost one already. It didn't take long. They don't go through the sheer hell as an adult. Yes, okay, if they've been abused as a child, that is horrendous. And if they have turned into a narcissist because of that, well, that's pretty bad. But as an adult, we all should have choices and things like that. Empathic people who have been in a relationship with a narcissist, they have been literally ripped to pieces to the point where their self-worth has gone down the pan and they've got to their lowest ebb. Now, narcissists don't, as adults, don't go through that because they hide themselves. They don't want to be vulnerable. They don't know and they don't realise that when empathic people have been hurt by a narcissist so much and so many times, they get to that point in their life where they say, nothing will ever hurt me again. Or another sentence is, I will never feel so down as I already have. Or another sentence is, they will nobody will ever hurt me as much as they did. When you've had that pain, you come back from it fighting and you turn into the little super warrior. You turn into a person who's gained a kind of strength that going through narcissist abuse has given you this strength. And I really hope that we can all get that strength at some point and sometime soon, because I've been to hell and back myself, and some people still consider me a narcissist. Well, if that's what they do, that's absolutely fine. I'm actually okay with that now, because when you get that strength and you know who you are, and you know damn well that the truth has given you some power, you can be called anything you like and you just think, yeah, whatever. But narcissists have never been to the depths of hell because they've never been with a narcissist to put them through the depths. No narcissist really is going to tackle another narcissist because they know exactly what tricks they're going to play on each other. But people who've been through hell with a narcissist will come back stronger. And you know what? The strength that empathic people get is why narcissists think that we're narcissists. Now, I've been called a narcissist a lot of time because I've got this, I'm going to swear, fuck off attitude. Fuck off. I've been hurt so much, you're not fucking doing it to me again. And it comes across to a lot of people, maybe not as narcissism, but they can actually box it in as narcissism. I'm sorry for not answering your questions, guys, because I'm off on one. They can point at you, and they don't realise that empathic people, because they have this image of what an empath is, quiet, mousy, somebody they can bully, somebody that's going to literally jump through their hoops, somebody who's not going to answer back. Yeah. Now, any narcissist watching this, that is an empath who has probably just been through maybe their first or maybe their second narcissist relationship. They're still naive. They still haven't felt the hellish pain of having it done to you numerous of times. And that's when you gain your strength. That's when you gain your warrior status. But because the narcissist thinks that we're all sweet and mousy and kind, they haven't met an empathic survivor who's been to hell and back, who won't fucking do and put up with their shit anymore. So when you get a person like me or like anybody else who's watching this, or any other channel that's fighting to prove and to help narc awareness, and we come across with this strength. Shahida Habib, is that her name? Oh God, I wish I remembered her name now. She puts a lot of really good quotes up about being a warrior empath, and the fact she's got the weirdest sneeze upstairs. When you come back fighting and you turn into that warrior bitch because you've hit rock bottom and you will never let another toxic person or a narcissist or anybody hurt you ever again, them traits come across to the narcissists as, oh, she's a narcissist. She's not a mousy empath. If she was an empath, she wouldn't be screaming and shouting and exposing me and saying the things that she's doing. She must be a narcissist because she's too hard. No. Narcissists create us. Narcissists create warrior empaths. And I think the worst thing is that you have to go through the fucking pain of being in so many horrible, toxic relationships before you turn into that warrior empath. But then if they want to talk and call us narcissists at that point, we're strong enough to deal with it. So that's really what I wanted to say, you know. It's just the fact is that if you've been through the pain of a narcissism relationship, just keep on fighting and you will get that. You will get to that point where you think, do you know what, I know who I am. You've given me the strength that I never had before, and no one is ever going to make me feel the pain that I've ever felt again. I am never going through that again. And you put up the biggest fucking tallest wall around yourself and you fight and you prove your innocence and you want to prove who you really are. It just gives you a strength. Is anybody still there? Sorry, I went off on one there. But I'm just saying that they don't understand what it's like to be in such a struggle with their own kind. And that's the difference, is when we fight back, they point and go, look at her, she's a narcissist. No, she's not. No, she's somebody that's been to hell and back, and she's never, ever fucking going there again. I'm swearing. I do apologise. Okay. Whether that made any sense to anybody watching, but we all need to get that superpower, super empath, and if people don't like it, it's tough. Because they've made us who we are today. Okay, let's see what's been said. I think you've just been talking amongst yourselves, really, haven't you? You don't need me. I'll go have a cup of tea. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I'm banging the screen again. I'm just looking to see on here because I can't read it. Yeah, Deborah. Oh, I get called a narcissist quite a lot by lots of people. Because I don't shut my mouth anymore. It's because I speak up. You know, I like to support people. And a lot of narcissists don't like people that this. See, we scare them. Now, if there's any narcissist watching this, well, hey, whatever. But we scare them because they can't control us. When you are who you are. A lot of people say that narcissists are on this earth to teach us how to be harder, to teach empaths. There's so many different things and beliefs that people have in narcissism. I don't really know the truth. I just think there's bad people and there's good people, and if we can learn off each other, go for it. So you're being called a narcissist because you refuse to go to your narcissist's wedding. Yeah. See, people that call people narcissists, like they haven't really been in a relationship with a narcissist. And that's why sometimes when I'm going to jump back and forth a lot today, because I've got a lot to say, but I never remember what I'm saying until I've forgotten it, and then I remember it again. If you have been in a relationship with a narcissist, you would never say the things that I read in comments. You would never... There's certain things that people who have been in a narcissist relationship, who have empathy, who have experienced a certain situation, would never say to anybody. Like, for instance, someone just coming onto a comment and saying, oh, I like that person. They've been good to me. I'm twisting a few words there, by the way, because I don't want to make this person or make this situation kind of flare up again. But you can't, because if we should all know what narcissism is about, the first thing is the wolves. The sheep in wolf's clothing, not the wolf in sheep's clothing, because that would be rather stupid, wouldn't it? We know that they fake who they are. So when someone comes onto a comment and says anything to you like, oh, I like them. I don't know what you're talking about. They haven't been through a relationship with a narcissist, because you would never say that to anybody. You would never say anything to anybody like that. Oh, I like them. They're a good person. Because if they've been, on the other hand, if they've been in a relationship and somebody said to them, don't know what you're talking about, they're a nice person. You know, it's confusing. I'm losing people like I'm bloody, you know. Guys, I'm going to look at the things, and the comments that would bring up the things. Let's see who's here. Nikki Lee, Happy New Year to you, sweetheart. If I go quiet for a few seconds, just speak amongst yourselves. Andy, you got hoovered. I told a joke last night on Facebook. It wasn't very funny. What is it? What was it now? Dougie knows it. See, I can't even remember the bloody joke. It's all downhill. It's all downhill. Hit 50, downhill. There's no hope. What's the difference? What was it? What's the difference between a narcissist and a vacuum cleaner? Nothing. They both suck. I don't know. That's the most shittiest joke you're going to hear. Oh, look, I've gone off again. Why does that keep happening? There's gremlins. There's gremlins. Something went wrong. Well, we know that. We know that. We know that. I would be bloody here if something hadn't gone wrong. Oh, Andy, what are we going to do with them, huh? Okay, let's see what else. Anyone got any jokes? Mine wasn't. Try and think of something a bit funny than what I've just said. Oh dear. See, I've forgotten what I'm talking about. No, we need you, toxic free. That's so sweet. Thank you. I can't wait to put my silly poem up. Guys, if you didn't catch me earlier on, I wrote a poem. And if you want to see that poem, you need to go to my community tab. So all the narcs now that are watching me will be going to the community tab afterwards to see my poem. It's quite funny. Well, I thought it was funny. I enjoyed doing it. You wouldn't get narcissists writing poetry, would you? Actually, no, you would. You would, because I actually got Stumpy. Now, remember Stumpy, guys? See, if you've not been with me for a long time, you'd have forgotten Stumpy. Stumpy was the person that actually brought me to this channel. Narcissist Suck, the channel called it. Wow, that's what I should have called mine. How does it? Okay, how many? What was that? How many does it take to change a light bulb? I think I might know the answer, but I'll let you do it. See, I've forgotten what I was talking about. Oh, my poetry. Oh, Deborah, that's funny. Poetry. Yes, Stumpy. God, I've got to stop trying to have 15 conversations in my head at the same time. That sounds really strange. Stumpy was somebody who I was dating that made me go down the rabbit hole, basically. And he was a listen to that, he was, at the time I was seeing him, he was a radio DJ, celebrity, presenter, all that kind of stuff, you know. And if he's watching this now, hi Stubbs. But now, karma. See, guess what he does? Oh, bless him. He's a bus driver. See, I sound bitchy, don't I? I've earned my bitchiness. Yeah, we can be bitchy. If we want to bitch about our exes, we can. So, Stumpy, little Stumps. He's now a bus driver. Thank you, sweetie. But I remember him writing me a poem once, and it was a bit weird. Do you know what I actually did at the time? I Googled some words thinking that it was going to come up on one of the Google, you know, plagiarism or something, thinking maybe he'd copied it off some kind of quote. But I think they all pretend, don't they? But in the end, the truth comes out. Yeah, there's a lot of good words there. A lot of good words there, little kitty. I've got a lot for them as well. Not a lot that I can say live because people might think, oh, she's naughty. You know, but oh look, see, I'm losing. There were 19, now we're 15, dropping like flies. I'm not surprised. Now I have been on 49 minutes. I don't like being on any more than an hour, because if I do leave this video up, who the hell gonna want to watch an hour's worth of me talking a load of shit? Is there anything else that anybody wants to share? I found out something the other day. Now, if anybody's watching my somatic narcissist video, for all I know, they could be watching this, the person that made me want to make that somatic narcissist video. It was about a somatic narcissist that I was seeing that was cheating on his girlfriend and blah, 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 blah. Guess what? The girl went back with him, apparently. I was friends on Facebook and something popped up the other day and she was talking about John, oh, I nearly said his name then. Oops. Talking about him, and they're still together. And it's like, wow, you knew he was cheating on you. You knew all the lies, and you need to watch that video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. But yeah, you went back with him. You know, a leopard never changes its spots, so although she might feel quite safe now, I'm sure that he's going to hurt her again, which is pretty sad because let's not go there. Anyway, yes, Stumpy was little. That's as much information as you're getting today. Stumpy was little. He was short. See, he was short and stumpy. I didn't want to say his full name, so I called him Stumpy. And there's a poem, there's a Christmas poem once. Oh, where's that video? I did a poem about, let me just see if I can find this. Because, oh, what video was it? See, that's going on there. There's something going wrong. I mean, we know that, don't we? I did a Christmas poem and it was really funny. It was about Stumpy, Humpy, Grumpy, Dumpy, Dimpy, Gimpy, and you know, it sounds funny in your own head, doesn't it? Sometimes it's when it comes out your mouth and other people hear it, you then really think it's time to shut up. Guys, it's time to shut up. I started off at 20, I'm gone down to 16. Not that I care about numbers. But I would hate to bore people shitless. So, I've lost my screen there, so that's going to go down. Guys, I am going to... I've lost the damn thing again now. No. Here we go. If I've missed anybody's questions, if I've missed anybody's comment that I've completely ignored or not even seen, because again, when you see it disappears, when you scroll on a live, it disappears. You've got to keep finding it and scrolling back. And plus, I'm stupid, so what can I say? I miss things a lot of the time. So any comments that I've missed, I apologise now. And any questions, write them at the bottom underneath the video, or write them, email me. Okay, here we go. Dina, can you talk a little about how these narcissists say that you've changed when they can't get their way with you? Well, this is the thing. They notice it. And they notice it, and what they try and do is the fact that we've changed, they'll try and do it in a negative way. When they say you've changed, it's not in a positive context. It's because we've probably grown some bollocks and we've learnt who they are and we've learnt how to deal with them over time. So when they say you've changed, they're trying to, again, either start an argument, put us down, try and make us feel, again, inferior. See, when we change, we probably change for the better. Otherwise, they wouldn't be saying that to us. Because if we were still being... okay, I'm going on off a different one there. But they do say you've changed because they want us to feel bad. Then we'll go, why? What's happened? What's wrong with me? And then you start feeling all self-aware in a negative way again. You start thinking, oh my God, what's wrong with me now? Every single thing that comes out of a narcissist's mouth is for their own gain. We need to remember that. Every single thing they say, every single thing they do, you've changed, just gaslighting, yeah. They want you to feel like, what do you mean I've changed? I'm the same as I am. And it's just to start off a negative conversation with you and to make you feel bad, because everything is to just devalue you. See, yeah, exactly. Andy, you answered it better than I could. That's why I'm not a life coach. Andy, do you want to be a life coach? I mean, I've always said, although I'm not a life coach, I've always said that I'm just someone to chat to. That's what I want to be. I'm just somebody to have a chat with, somebody that if you need some support, you need to share your feelings, you need to talk to somebody who's been through the same thing. That's all I am. That's all I am, guys. And I want to get that across to you all now. So when people call me a crap life coach, and it's like, I'm not a life coach, I'm a crap YouTuber. Do you know, and I'm not. We are allowed to start YouTube channels and actually not have a title. You do realise that, people out there, these huge big channels that like to put us down, we are actually starting a channel just to chat, make friends and help people. We're not starting channels to get famous YouTuber or make loads of money and get our ego. We're not here for anything but just to talk and support other people and let people know that in this community that they're not going through anything alone. That's what I'm here for. I prefer to be the way I am because I look at these huge channels and you're one of thousands. You might be lucky if you get a heart on your comment. You might be lucky if they even look at your comment. I love what I do. I'm going to start winding my video down now. I love what I do, and whenever I get a notification that pops up above my screen, I'll click it. I'll go to it straight away and reply it, as long as I'm not doing something else at the time that I can't. Because I feel when somebody watches my videos and says, thanks for the video, I feel chuffed that someone's taken the time to watch a video that I've put together. So I give them something back. And anybody who has watched my video is watching it because they need some support. They're not watching it for the fun of it, because why would you want to do that? Watch my videos for the fun of it. I enjoy chatting underneath my videos, and I always will. And that's who I am. I'm not a life coach. I'm just somebody who you can chat to, laugh at, laugh with. Thank you, sweetie. Right. I'm going to cut this one short because I only popped on for 10 minutes. Yeah, I'm just going to have a quick look through, guys, and see who's been saying what. Again, I'm so sorry if I've missed anyone's comment, and I'm going to go quiet for a few seconds just while. I'm sorry for bashing the screen as well. Oh, thank you, P. Anna. You're not a crap YouTuber. Oh. I think a lot of narcissists think you've got to have a name, you've got to be something big. They don't realise that support and just having a friend is the most important thing in all this. Somebody who's just been there and who's willing to listen and not judge. Right, 57:30. Guys, I'm going to love you and leave you. I don't even know what time it is. I'm going to go and have a soak in the bath. It's 19:35. Ooh, it's getting late. Yeah, so I'm just going to say thank you so much for popping on and sharing my New Year's Day with me. All I've done today is clean the salon. Exciting! I'm back to work tomorrow. And that's another thing. I keep getting told by people, go and get a proper job. So I have got a proper job. I'm an owner. I own a hair salon. Hey. But anyway, maybe some people think that's not a proper job. We just stand and talk all day, don't we? Yeah, we don't do nothing. So guys, I hope 2020 brings you every single thing that you wish. And please, I'm sending you big hugs. I'm sending you strength. I'm sending you prayers for anybody out there who's having shit with these narcissists, with toxic people, just with somebody who's a complete knobhead. I just want you all to stay safe. And I've got my email address if anybody wants to share anything with me and just have a chat. You're never ever putting yourself on me, because I do love chatting to you all and supporting people. And I think that's what happens with people, real empaths that have been through hell, real victims, real survivors. We want to share our stories and we want to share our support, not just make videos to gain ego and lots of money. Hey universe, you just popped on. I haven't seen you before. Well, I have seen you before, but not on this. Don't set me off again. I'm just about quieting down. So, guys, and when I do that, can I just say, and I've said it in the past, my nails are atrocious. Look, I've kind of got this ombre balayage thing going on my fingernails because I'm a hairdresser. And they're called working hands, okay? Yeah, I don't wear gloves very often. Happy New Year, guys. Marilyn, where have you been? I wanted my spanner. Thank you. Take care, guys. Love you all. See you later. Mwah.